Situated at 11,200 feet above sea level, the town of Animas Forks once laid claim to the title, the largest city in the world, with the small print reading, at this altitude. The once prosperous mining camp also held the only newspaper ever printed at such high altitude in the United States, the Animas Forks Pioneer. In 1873, prospectors built the first log cabin in what was then called Three Forks of the Animas. They came in search of silver and gold. The town grew, and in 1875 changed its name to Animas Forks by request of the Postal Office Department. In 1883, around 450 people were living in Animas Forks during the summer. The town held several stores, saloons, a hotel, and 2 assay offices. Eventually, the town came to have electricity, telephone, and a telegraph. There were 5 to 7 mines around the town, producing galena and silver-bearing grey copper. In addition to mining, speculation and processing mills helped Animas Forks grow. Most residents left the town during the winter months, usually for the town of Silverton. In 1884, sources claim that a 23-day blizzard completely isolated the town, burying the houses under a 25-feet snow cover. The residents reportedly had to dig tunnels in the snow to move from house to house. The Animas Forks Pioneer published its last issue in October of 1886, and in 1891 a big fire ravaged the town. The pace of life was beginning to slow. At the end of the century, several of the most productive mines were beginning to peter out, forcing the closure of some of the town's mills. In 1904, the town felt a brief revival with the construction of the Gold Prince Mill. To that time, it was the costliest mill ever built in Colorado, at a price of $500,000. Ore was brought to the mill from the Gold Prince mine in buckets on a 12,000-foot-long cable tramway. The mill processed over 500 tons of ore a day. The same year, an extension was made to the Silverton Northern Railroad, connecting Animas Forks to both Silverton and Eureka. The railway carried the refined ore concentrates from the mill to Silverton. The Gold Prince Mill would only be operational for 6 years, closing down in 1910. Most of the mill's major parts were salvaged and used in the Sunnyside Mill in Eureka in 1917. After the disassembly of the mill, Animas Forks led a dying existence, and the final blow came in the early 1920s when the metal prices fell all across the world, transforming Animas Forks into the ghost town it is today.